Hello YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a nice day and welcome to Stuart George's Home Movies. I've got my top 10 gangster movies. What a genre. Absolutely fantastic. Some of my favourite films of all time happen to be in this list. There's top 10. They're in no particular order either, apart from number 1, but that can change sometimes, so it's a top 10 really. I've got 5 honourable mentions. That's how good it is and strong and how much of a nightmare it was to put together. Let's crack on with it. Number 10. What a film this is. Brian De Palma, Andy Garcia, Sean Connery, Kevin Costner, Charles Martin Smith. Fantastic music. Ennio Morricone. It's just beautiful. It's a 15. It's 1987. It's 1 hour 59 minutes. Directed by Brian De Palma in here. Directs this. Absolutely fantastic. It's unbelievable. Some shots in here are just fantastic. The scene in the railway station with the pram going down the stairs is absolutely epic. Stop and start motion it uses. Close-ups far back. Oh, just fantastic. The slow motion's just beautiful, really is. Basic plot. During Prohibition, Treasury agent Elliot Ness sets out to stop ruthless gangster Al Capone and assemble a small incorruptible team to help him. Just bloody awesome this is. One of the best gangster films you're going to see. It really is. Great performances from Kevin Costner, as always. Sean Connery as Malone. Just fantastic as the Irish copper. Andy Garcia as the Italian Treasury agent as well. Oh, just fantastic, man. And Robert De Niro in here is so menacing. I mean, look at him. Bloody hell, he's having a ball. He really is. Oh, the scene in the baseball bat scene is absolutely horrific. I mean, I've seen some horror films in my time, but that scene is so... Oh, my God, it's terrifying. It really is. Yep, what a film Untouchables is. What a start. I mean, just watched it now. It's just absolutely fantastic, man. Now, I ain't seen this for a while. Well, I'm going to say a while. Probably 7 years, something like that, 6 years. But what a film this is, man. Carlito's Way from 1993. It's a crime thriller. 2 hours and 24 minutes. It's an 18. Directed by Brian De Palma. Cast: Al Pacino, Sean Penn, John Leguizamo. Music by Patrick Doyle. A Puerto Rican former convict just released from prison pledges to stay away from drugs and violence, despite the pressures around him, and lead him on to a better life outside New York City. Just fantastic. Al Pacino, great as ever. Sean Penn, fantastic. John Leguizamo is awesome in it. Oh, just what a film this is. Fantastic. Number 9, Carlito's Way. Number 8. Get Carter, had to be in there. Michael Caine at his best, just fantastic. It's an 18, it's 1971, it's a crime thriller, 1 hour 52 minutes. Directed by Mike Hodges, fantastic. Cast: Michael Caine, Ian Hendry, Britt Eklund, Brian Mosley. Music by Roy Budd. When his brother dies under mysterious circumstances in a car accident, London gangster Jack Carter, Michael Caine, travels to Newcastle to investigate. And he just tries to find out what happens to his brother, and it's fantastic. It's so gritty, it's bleak, it's so British, it's phenomenal. Michael Caine is awesome. It's just his movie and he just takes over it and it's fantastic. Get Carter, the soundtrack is absolutely fantastic as well. Let's go number 7. Now I've put this in trilogy because it's a trilogy for me and I just can't put 1 and 2 for me are just bloody awesome. I've put The Godfather in here anyway. 18, it's 1972, it's a crime thriller. 2 hours and 55 minutes. Directed by the great Francis Ford Coppola. Cast, right, I don't know the Godfather cast, man. Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Robert Duvall, John Marley, Diane Keaton. Music is iconic, man, by Nino Rota. Fantastic film. An aging patriarch of organised crime dynasty transforms control to his clandestine empire to his reluctant son. I mean, it's just epic. Who doesn't know The Godfather? From 1 and 2 are just... I can never separate them, to be honest. Sometimes I like 1 better than 2. And when I'm watching 2, I think I like 2 better than 1. It's just fantastic. It really is. What a trilogy. And I don't mind the third one. I've got to be honest. The third one has got one of the best scenes in the whole trilogy for me. When Michael Corleone is crying at the end on the steps. Oh, what a scene that is. And it's cut. No music, no sound or nothing. It's just him crying and it's fantastic. What a trilogy The Godfather is. Top gangster film. What we on, 7, 6? Don't know. Donnie Brasco. It's an 18, it's 1997. It's a crime thriller, 2 hours and 27 minutes. Directed by Mike Newell, stars Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, Michael Madsen, Bruno Kirby, James Russo, and Kesh. Music by Patrick Doyle. Great film this is, man. Underrated as well, man. It really is. You say to people about gangster films, the Joe Public anyway. Film fans, yeah. The Joe Public about gangster films, Donnie Brasco. Who's that? I've never seen that one. An FBI undercover agent infiltrates the mafia and finds himself identifying more with the mafia lifestyle at his expense of his regular one and his married life sort of thing. Really, it just takes over him, consumes him. He's been in there that long undercover. It's fantastic. I mean, there's some comedy parts in here as well. Al Pacino in here is just hilarious, if you ask me. Johnny Depp, my favourite film by Johnny Depp, my favourite performance by Johnny Depp, easily. Donnie Brasco, so underrated. Fantastic gangster film that is, man. Really is. Solid. And director's cut's fantastic. Martin Scorsese. 18, it's a 1995, it's a crime thriller. 2 hours and 58 minutes. Directed by Martin Scorsese. Cast, what a cast, man. Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci, of course, James Woods, Don Rickles. Music's like 50s and 60s, like The In Crowd, Dobie Gray, I put here, and Dean Martin. Fantastic. Just an epic film this is, man, really is. In Las Vegas, two best friends, casino executive and a mafia enforcer, compete for a gambling empire. A fast-loving socialite. Sharon Stone's in here, man. Just what a film this is. Casino is fantastic. Martin Scorsese is just what a director he is. It really is. And just great film. Great gangster film, man. Really is. What are we on here? 5? 4? No, lost count. Once Upon a Time in America. I mean, what? This is an epic. It really is. And oh man, I'd kill for a 4K full edition uncut version. Oh, that'd be fantastic. I think it's 4.5 hours. But oh, it's Once Upon a Time in America anyway. It's an 18. It's 1984. It's a crime thriller. It's 4 hours and 11 minutes. Directed by the great Sergio Leone. And what films have he done that are just terrible? They're all great, man. Good Man, the Ugly, just one of my favourite films of all time. Once Upon a Time in the West. Cast, Robert De Niro, James Woods, William Forsythe, Tuesday Weld, Treat Williams. Music by the maestro again, Ennio Morricone, and the music in here is just absolutely bloody beautiful. It really is. A former Prohibition-era gangster, Jewish gangster, to the Lower East Side of Manhattan, 35 years later, where he must once again confront the ghosts and regrets of his old life. Robert De Niro looks back on his past life when he was a Jewish gangster, when he was kids growing up in the 40s and 50s. It's epic. It's just beautiful. The music's incredible. The acting's incredible. What a film that is, man. Once Upon a Time in America, gangster gold. Really is. British classic now. What a performance by Bob Hoskins. Long Good Friday is fantastic. 18, 1980, crime thriller, 1 hour 54 minutes. Cast Bob Hoskins, Alan Ford, Helen Mirren, Derek Thompson. Directed by John Mackenzie. Music by Francis Monkman. It don't get better than this, man. This is British film gold. It really is. It's just awesome. It's so British, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? The cast, the way they act. It's just a Cockney crime boss, Harold Stand, a gangster trying to become a legitimate property mogul, has plans to get the American mafia to bankroll his properties around London. Some ace scenes in this, man. There really is. There's some great scenes of just Bob Hoskins' acting capability is just phenomenal. It really is. It's just, what an actor, man. It's brilliant. Fantastic. Long Good Friday. It's probably my favourite British gangster film. Probably. Easy. How many people say Snatch and all that, man? No way, Snatch. Snatch, oh no, Lock, Stock and... Nah, man. Long Good Friday. Proper gangster. Oh, what we got here? We got number 2. We've got these big boxes here because I've got the special edition Film Vault ones. So, woof, the size of that. Jesus. Scarface. 18. It's 1983. It's a crime thriller. Directed again by Brian De Palma. What a director, man. Cast, Al Pacino, Stephen Bauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, Robert DiGiulio, is it? Music by Giorgio Moroder. just fantastic, stylistic as well. Really, Miami looks beautiful in this. Miami in the 80s, a determined criminal-minded Cuban immigrant becomes the biggest drug smuggler in Florida and is eventually undone by his own drug addiction. Who doesn't like Scarface? It's iconic. Say hello to my little friend. Everyone knows that part. It's just, Al Pacino is absolutely incredible in this, and Michelle Pfeiffer's really good in this as well. Scarface is phenomenal. One of the best gangster films, in my view. But number one, I think, just tops it. It's just so fantastic to watch. It's enjoyable. It's funny in parts. I mean, some of the humour in here, you know what I mean, it's so black comedy, it's bloody unbelievable. Goodfellas, man, it's just Martin Scorsese's best film for me. It really is, yeah. I've got to say it. It's his masterpiece. It's 1990s, 2 hours, bloody weighs a ton as well. 2 hours and 25 minutes of absolute fantastic cinema. It really is. Crime thriller. Directed Martin Scorsese. Cast Robert De Niro. Ray Liotta's fantastic. What an actor Ray Liotta was, man. Joe Pesci. Lorraine Bracco in this is so underrated. Just watch Lorraine Bracco's performance in this. Everyone goes on about Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Lorraine Bracco, bloody fantastic in this. Music is like Rags to Riches, Tony Bennett, Speedio, the Cadillacs, 50s and 60s music, really. And it's just fantastic. Oh, what a film. The story of Henry Hill and his life in the mafia, covering his relationships with his wife Karen and his mob partners Jimmy Conway and Tommy DeVito. What a film Goodfellas is. And this film vault is just epic, it really is. People say about the transfer, it's not bad, you know what I mean? It's better than VHS and better than the TV version. So, Goodfellas is so brilliant. It's my favourite gangster film. It's got to be. Yeah, I'm putting it down. It's number one. It's Goodfellas. There we go. There's my top 10. But there's still 5 here, which I bloody struggle with. There's one. Oh, I absolutely love it as well, this one. Bronx Tale with Robert De Niro and Chaz Palminteri's really good in this, man. It really is. And Robert De Niro's not a gangster in this. He's like the father of the son of, what's his name in this? I probably won't be able to get his name now. He's got like a nickname, but the son tries to be a gangster and, his father, Robert De Niro, won't have it. Bronx Tale, underrated. If you've not seen Bronx Tale, man, it's fantastic. Part of the trilogy, the Martin Scorsese trilogy. Irishman, yeah, it's not too bad. It's a bit long, I think. A bit long, to be honest. De Niro, Pacino, Pesci. I mean, can you go wrong? No. I put Reservoir Dogs in there because it's sort of like a gangster, mobster film. Decent, but sometimes I don't think it is a gangster film. I don't know. Reservoir Dogs, fantastic anyway. Departed, Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, Scorsese, again. And we got Johnny Depp, again, Christian Bale, Public Enemies. Now, there's my honourable mentions. There's my top 10. There's my 5 honourable mentions. Put in the comments down below if there's any I've missed out, which would be in your top 10. Do you agree with my top 10? Do you like the top 10? Do you like my honourable mentions? Thank you for watching. And like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.